I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. We welcome Succubae. Hi.
Hello.
Hey, thank you so much for coming on. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi there. My name is Lilith or Succubae. You can call me Mommy if you wish. I am a Succubus Queen VTuber on the internet.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. I always appreciate visits from Succubus.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people do. So how long have you been a content creator?
I've been a content creator, honestly, since, as Succubae, it's been about 3-4 years. And then with content creation in general, I've been doing it since I was 14. I'm 29 now.
So you over half your life you've been doing this.
Yeah.
I will tentatively say that you are a veteran.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, that's quite a long time for content creation when you consider how early you were starting it off. Was it something you wanted to do when you were even younger?
No, I just kind of fell into that kind of field because it's so I've always wanted to do voice acting and stuff, and that's kind of where my content creation started focusing.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lull period kind of in the beginning because it's what can you do as a 14-year-old on the internet other than just do I had I had the USB mic from the game Rock Band, and that's how I would dub stuff online.
Yeah.
And it was not great quality, but it was what I used to get by.
It was just above a Radio Shack at the time.
Literally.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you got started that early, though, thinking back at that time, there wasn't a whole lot you could get into trouble with.
Oh my god, I know.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, they wouldn't be able to tell how old you are anyway unless you came in and told them.
Right.
And the precautions weren't quite as much there as they are now.
Yeah, they're we had the copyright stuff wasn't too big of a thing. There wasn't a whole lot of there was more support I've noticed back then than I did nowadays.
Which is strange when you think about it.
Yeah.
Should be more support now instead of less support, but when things get turned over to the money making stuff, then things change in a hurry, all the way around. Unfortunately, you got in. Was it a question of nerves or anything when you started out, or was it?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So you were. It wasn't like you came in and were ultra confident from day one.
No, it's because it's when you're a kid, you're a socially awkward teenager online. You're dubbing. You're considered the weird person because oh, you like anime, you like these, you like manga and stuff like that. It was just a social. Basically, it was a social suicide for me if I were to come out and say oh, I did this online when I was this young.
Yeah. Well, that certainly has changed.
Oh yeah, it has. It definitely has. And I'm man, where was the support when I was
Now
younger?
nowadays, if you don't know what the anime stuff is, and people look at it, where have you been the last few years?
Yeah.
You need to really hear, and they hand you a bunch of DVDs. Here, watch this. It's really changed quite a bit since then. So you have seen actually a whole lot of changes in content creation as a whole, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All for the better?
Somewhat. I mean, a lot of the stuff that was put in place with content creation is definitely it moved us in a really good direction, but I think because of how what's the word? How saturated it's definitely become hard to kind of make it because it's what commodities are you offering that are different from everyone else?
Yeah. Yeah. But that's also kind of automatic, though. I think in a way, um,
Mm-hmm.
because but each VTuber I've watched has something different to bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
And if you and if you come on and immediately start copying people, they're going to stomp on you eventually.
Yeah.
Whether it's intentional or unintentional when you're doing it, they're going to find you, and you're going to see that boot coming down. Um, it kind of polices itself in a way, not particularly friendly in how it polices itself, but it does
Yeah.
get it done. The question is, of course, getting the audience. If that's what you're looking, but there's people now. I see people are trying to make a living out of it. There are some people who are doing it once a
Mm-hmm.
week, some even less than that. It's
Yeah.
it's a very it's so nebulous still.
So, like, with me that I like now that I can't go into details, obviously, about like why I got let go from my job and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But because of me being let go, I've been able to focus more on streaming.
Mm-hmm.
And I've noticed a lot that you tend to have a bigger crowd like at night.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually helped me grow like within the last month. Like I do my late night streams, and it's like people usually will come in just for like the vibes on my channel.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, we'll start off, like, oh, like laughing loud, having fun, all this stuff. And then like we kind of get back into like the mellow stuff. It's like, okay, we can relax, we can have some fun now that it's reaching like, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. at night. People want something to fall asleep to.
Yeah. It's time for the mellow hours.
Yeah, basically.
Let's turn the lights down a little bit and get a little mellow. um, the I think it's interesting you mentioned that about the hours. Um, do you concentrate mostly on an audience in North America, or have you had a lot of overseas folks?
I actually have like a nice variation of both. Like I I'll have people from Europe, I'll have people from I've had a few people from Japan like jump in, or like the Philippines and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like especially around the time that I start like I kind of start to end streaming, so around like 1 to 3,
Mm-hmm.
they'll hop in.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um
That's when 1 to 3 in the morning will be their evening in
mhm.
Asia. It'll still be quite early for the Europeans. uh, but
It is, but they'll still they'll still stop by cuz it's like I've made so many friends that it's like, my friends will then say like, "Hey, my friend's streaming, go and hang out with them or whatever."
yeah.
And they like my community has been doing that. My friends have been doing that just to like show me support with everything that's been going on in my life. So can't thank them enough for that.
Well, yeah. Tell me about that. I mean, you started off as at a very young age. I'll say that.
Mhm.
But here you've got a situation now where you've got an audience. You've got people who come in to see you because they like being with you. Um, you've kind of surrounded it as much as it's surrounded you in a way at this point. You,
Yeah.
it's how much of a uplift is it to see people come back for you?
It's such an uplift, and it's like the funniest thing is like when they get dragged in with like, like a regular person who comes and visits my stream with their raids and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then they realize the person who raids in goes and says like, "Oh, well, you know this person from a game that we played on my channel."
Mm.
And they're like, "Wait, that's you?" And then they start becoming a regular like reoccurring chatter and everything, and it's just so uplifting to see that because it's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh my god, you guys want to hang out with me. Oh my god."
We use somebody who was an introvert or extrovert or what when you started it, because people come from both sides to do this.
So, I socially am an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
However, I am able to become extroverted on stream because it's like, you need to keep up with trying to make sure that your audience is engaged with you.
Right.
I've learned so much, like, streaming for, like, the last 4 years that it definitely helps because it's like, I'm engaged to a streamer by the name of Ezekiel, and he's taught me so much now that I've been, like, with him and everything. Like, he's like, oh, you need to, like, read off chat messages, and that's why, like, you're not really getting much engagement. And I started doing that more. My chat feels a little more lively because of it, which is very nice to see. Like, I'll always look to my chat to be like, hey, so, for example, we're playing Cyberpunk at the moment. I'm like, all right, guys, I want to do this. What missions do you want to see right now? Because I am willing to do all the side jobs and everything.
Yeah, that's to have that kind of communication with your audience, and to be able to rely on them is very key. I think it and that's not something you can force.
No, exactly.
It's like, it's got to be organic.
What's it called? Like, I always try with new games that I play and everything. A lot of the time, like, people want to see reactions to certain things. Like, I know that, like, several people in my community are wanting me to play through Yakuza, and I've never touched a Yakuza game. I've only seen, like, everything online, and it's like, well, if this is what my community wants, there has to be something in here that's going to make them laugh.
Yeah.
That they want me to see. So it's like, oh yeah, okay, I can go along with this.
Have they ever gotten you into a game that you absolutely could not stand?
How? So it wasn't them getting me into it. So I made a commitment. For my 29th birthday this year, back in March, I started this huge thing that actually started bringing people into my channel more, it was called, like, our Resident Evil birthday marathon, where I played through all of the Resident Evil games that I could find on, like, for, like, ROMs or, like, on Steam or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I played through 6 with my fiance because it's, like, one of the co-op ones.
Right.
And I got so frustrated at some point. Like, we both did, because it's like the game was just awful, and it's like I sat there with the story. I was like, okay, the story's great, but I cannot stand this game. Like, this game is unforgiving. Like, and I was reacting on stream. Like, at one point, I think my fiance walked away because of how frustrated he got, and I just had to kind of sit there, like, in disbelief at how bad this was.
Yeah,
it was the same thing with Code Veronica, because we played the original and I was not used to tank controls.
So that was, and you just kind of sat there.
Oh my god, there's, like, an entire, like, I think I saved the stream, but it's like there's a bit in the beginning where I spent, like, 20 to 30 minutes trying to understand what the controls were like. Because I kept dying to zombies, because they throw you right in the middle of, like, this graveyard with, like, several zombies.
Yeah.
And getting used to tank controls without a weapon is like, okay, just throw me to the wolves, why don't you?
This is the part where you learn how to play the game. Just splash.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I guess.
Don't need a tutorial. Go. So, how long did it take you to get into that game a little bit, or did you just?
Code Veronica.
Yeah.
I think, like, I was able to get everything down within 3 hours of playing it. Like, because it's like I kept, like, messing up, like, okay, so I have to go this way, and then, like, you would see, like, because with tank controls, like, you can't really use, like, the thumbstick and everything. You're kind of like, at one point, I just started doing this thing where it's like I would use the directional pad, and I started, like, putting myself against walls and then just pushing myself against it to move somewhere. Because I was that, like, I can't turn my character like this. But I think as I got thrown into boss fights more and more, I started realizing, like, okay, I got this. I can run easily. I got this.
You were MacGyvering your way through.
Literally, and it's like, it's hard because it's like you go from, so I played it in, like, order, so I did, like, 0, 1, 2, so I did... Technically, I did 0, the original. I did the 1 remake that was made in, like, 2010.
Mm-hmm.
I did 2's remake. I did 3's remake. I played 4's remake. And then I was like, okay, I realized that I needed to go back and play... I played Revelations.
Okay.
Which was the game that was released on the 3DS.
Yes.
And then I played Code Veronica. And... when you're so used, you're like 5 games in, you're playing through, like, you know, okay, not directional path, but, like, you know, ASWD and everything.
Yeah.
Or the controller, and you're like, okay, this is all right, we got this. No, I don't got this. No, I don't got this.
I can't even use ASWD. I can't do that.
So I kind of just got used to it because it's like I'm sitting in front of, like, a PC.
Mm-hmm.
Like, most of with my job, I was in front of a PC, like, for like, ever since, like, I started with, like, my streaming stuff, because I was like, okay, well, I need to make extra money on the side while I'm doing this job.
Yeah.
I'll do streaming.
Yeah.
So I was already, like, playing on the computer, like, a whole lot. I kind of integrated myself into playing more on keyboard and mouse than I did, like, controller.
Mm-hmm.
I just find it... I find it a lot easier because it makes it feel more hands-on, I guess.
Well, it definitely is that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, it is all... You know, I was playing a lot of Stardew Valley, and that very much relies on the WSD controls. Well, I'm kind of switch-handed. I do a lot of things left-handed, and I do a lot of things right-handed. And it has never felt right to use my left hand to get on a ASWD. So I would remap the keys down to the arrow buttons.
That makes sense. Yeah, like with some games, I remember, like, I would always have to use, like, the arrow keys and everything. Like, there was this one game, and I'm trying to find a way to play it on my stream, and it was, like, this game that I played as a kid. There was this PC game made by Disney. It was, like, 101 Dalmatians. Oh my god, it was, like, you had to rescue the puppies and everything. I swear to God, now my brain is like, you know, find this game.
Yeah. What was it? What was the exact name? What is the exact name of this game?
Okay, let's see. Rescue Puppies.
Rescue Puppies.
No, I'm like trying to. Okay, it's called 102 Dalmatians. Puppies to the Rescue, I think.
Oh yeah. Okay. It's like it was off one of those Disney. They decided to make DVD things, you know.
It wasn't a DVD game thing. Like, it was weirdly, like, the game looked like this. I put it in the side chat.
Yeah.
But, like, it looked like this. You played as 2 of the puppies, and basically, like, oh, Corella, like, stole your brothers and sisters. You need to rescue them, and there's, like, several levels, and it's... I remember, like, I had the roughest time, playing it on a controller that I managed as a kid to switch it to my keyboard.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
so I would run. I was like so heavy-handed on using arrow keys to move around, and everything. So I get it.
Yeah, absolutely. It just, and when there's a point in Stardew Valley where you have to play a game, and when you go into the
like
one
this little dungeon cave area.
Yeah, it's a what is it? They have the cowboy guy in there shooting, and you have to play with one of the. And, and the controllers automatically switch back to AWSD because the other was used for shooting.
Yeah.
And the only way I can do it with any grace at all is to play it switch-handed, where I actually put my right hand over my left to play the game.
Oh my god.
It looks it feels so wrong, but it does feel better than trying to do it the other way. Because my gosh, that's something to get used to. It's just kind of weird when you're switch-handed doing stuff like that. But
Oh yeah.
it just doesn't work very well for me on the controller. So especially after 40 times playing it that way.
God.
Everybody's got their comfort game. Have you got one that you stick to, not only off
Ooh.
stream where you go back over and over and over again?
Huge comfort game for me, actually. Like, I did play it recently. It was Devil May Cry 5.
Ah.
I love Devil May Cry 5. I am like, it's such a fun game to me. I love the characters in it, especially Nero. Nero's my favorite. It has one of my favorite storylines in it. I have been on this game since 2019, I think is when it released. So I'm hoping and praying that like we get Devil May Cry 6 and a lot of the characters and voices in it like come back for sure.
Mm. Oh, by the way, you mentioned you wanted to do the voice acting stuff. Have you been able to do it yet?
I am a voice actor outside of like streaming and everything too.
Cool. How did you break into it? Because a lot of people are like, I'd like to try voice acting. I don't know how to start.
So I got into it because like I would watch people on YouTube like do a whole lot of comic dubs and everything. And it's like, yeah, they weren't great quality, but like they were just people having fun. And then like I'm also inspired by like one of my top inspirations for voice acting is like the two people that I look under most are Johnny Young Bosch and Yuri Lowenthal.
Mm-hmm.
So because like I loved their performance in Code Geass back in like I would literally wake up at like, oh god, it was like 2 or 3 a.m. Adult Swim would be playing anime like every single night,
right?
And I would wake up and Code Geass was on, and it's like I just fell in love with it. I recognized Johnny Young Bosch's voice immediately because I grew up watching Power Rangers. Yuri Lowenthal I recognized because it was like, oh my god, wait, Sasuke? Okay. So it's like I'm watching this and it has become like my favorite anime of all time. I then started saying like I really want to do what they're doing. I want to bring character. I want to be able to inspire others to do voice acting as well.
Yeah.
And it's like I've dipped my toes a little bit in like the industry. Like I voice Roxanne in Sucker for Love. Cool. She is a purple goat lady. And it was actually really funny because I did an interview with a few people with the cast and the creator of the game, Akabaka. And we got into a conversation about like, you know, oh, well, what inspired like, you know, the creation of the voice and everything? Like, what do you want? Who did you want for the voice? And they directly told me, it's like, we were hoping that you were going to audition the moment we put out the casting call because we based it off of your voice. I was like, what?
You have a purple goat lady voice.
I know. Hang on, I'll get a picture of her. It's really funny because when I first got cast as her, I was, you know, starting out as Succubae and everything, and then I realized like, oh wow, it's just my persona. It's just my VTuber's persona.
Wow. It does have a lot of resemblance, doesn't it?
Yeah, but like it was completely coincidental. Like,
well, you do have a lot of influence, don't you?
Apparently. But I used to also do like a whole lot of like I jumped around like a lot of like meme and copy pasta bits on Twitter and everything. Like when Persona 5 was growing big, there was a huge like joke online with there's a cat in the game, like a little cat mascot named Morgana.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in love with one of the main female characters in the game, An,
mm-hmm.
Who was Panther as one of the Phantom Thieves. And I remember when the game came out, I realized that I could do Morgana's voice. And I just did this thing like, you know, oh, spare coochie lady on, and that blew up. And it was like, okay, so this is kind of the niche that I fell into, like doing these voiced memes. Like I would do stuff for Morgana. I fell into the Fire Emblem fandom with like a lot of stuff with 3 houses. And then like that's kind of where I started getting notoriety from, and where I could like kind of bounce off like, okay, now that I've made you guys laugh, let me voice act more and show off my vocal range. So now it's like I have Sucker for Love. I was in this Sonic and Tails radio play that featured like the original voice actor from Sonic Adventure DX.
Wow.
Yeah, I played Tikal in it, which was like, that was life changing to think about.
Oh. This is really cool. I mean, I'm jealous as hell.
It's like opportunities like that just like will come up, and all I can say to people who want to get into that field is like, don't let your anxieties stop you on that, because it's like you're never gonna know until you try. And it's like, yeah, if you don't get it, you can still say, hey, I tried, and that's what matters. I can apply the voice that I learned here, or like try to do here, to something else.
Oh yeah, and it's something too. I think people got to realize is it's still a casting call.
Yeah,
you can have a wonderful voice, but just not the voice they're looking for.
Exactly. Like recently, I still have those moments, because it's like with the job that I hadn't had a lot of time to sit down and do voice acting stuff, because like I'm so focused on streaming. I'm so focused on trying to grow my brand with like because I edit, I do my own like shorts and everything on like YouTube and TikTok.
Now you told people that you edit. Now that everybody's going to come out of the woodwork.
Oh my god! Honestly, please give me work. Let me build up a portfolio, please. And it's like I even started like doing this thing where I say to my friends, like, look, you don't even have to pay me. Just let me do some editing work for you so I can build a portfolio. Like, and so many people have took me up on the offer. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yes, I've got a portfolio now. Now you can you throw a little.
Now I can start charging.
Throw a quarter here, $1 there. That'd be okay. Contributions, tips are welcome.
Yeah, that's all I asked. I say to them, like, look, just if you want to pay me that bad, pay for like a meal for me or something. Yeah. Like, I don't care.
The ability to do that now in this format is really amazing to me, because in some ways it's still kind of the Wild West. In that you don't have a whole lot of overwatching control to what's happening. But I don't think it would work as well if it did.
Right.
That's a little scary in some ways, because not having any type of oversight opens for bad actors and such. But but everybody has so much freedom to do it and to innovate and find things on their own. It would be a shame to put any type of restrictions on that. More than what you have now. I mean, of course, copyright everything.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, but here's the thing too. I just brought this up last week. You can't be mad at AI and then be mad when you get copyright struck at the same time.
I look at it as like it's. I have my own gripes with AI. Like generative AI, like I really don't like at all. Like it takes away a lot of like hard work that artists do.
Yes.
Both with like writing, with creation of like music or like video editing and stuff. Like, cause they're starting to do like AI with that kind of stuff too. But then like now they're doing it with voices, and it's upsetting. Whereas like certain things with AI should be like, because originally, like, the perfect model for AI was Jarvis from, like, the Marvel movies. A lot of people wanted, like, an AI system like that, and that's what AI should have been, but it's turned into this.
Right. Well, it should have been a tool. It should have been
a tool to help, but it seems like we're relying way too heavily on it.
Yeah.
Like, they're not doing, like, a whole lot of, certain things. Because I remember, like, when I was younger and I had my first YouTube channel and everything, like, I had a nice amount of subscribers to it. I did comic dubs for like Ruby and stuff, and at one point, like, I got copyright struck, and it deleted my channel entirely, and they would not let me appeal it because they would not let me speak to an actual person.
Yeah. that's a pain. That's a big pain. I mean, I had mine struck before. I was able to get out around it quickly. I just redubbed it and like always keep everything I've done.
Yeah.
But the lack when you when you substitute the AI for the people, now you don't get that individual one-on-one being able to reason with someone. You can't reason with AI.
You can't reason with AI, exactly. And that's what makes it like super hard, because it's like, it makes it really rough because, then you can lose like so much from it. Cause I remember like how devastated I was when I lost my first YouTube channel, because I had, again, a nice amount of subscribers to it. I had people like sitting there and, supporting me and my comic dubs and everything. And I lose all that immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like there's nothing that I can do. Like you could just say, "Oh, you could start over," but then it's like, well, you already put in all this hard work. You're not going to get that same thing back.
if that happened to me and somebody said you could start over at this point,
it's like what it's the principle. It's the principle.
Yeah, it was. Look, I'm 900 in. All right, I can still dub them on there, but I would rather just go out and punch something.
Literally.
I mean, I've learned a long time ago from radio, save your stuff because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
see,
back then it was
I didn't realize you worked in radio too.
Oh, a lot. I'm 35 years.
Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, because I used to work in radio as well. Like before I moved out to where I am right now, I actually was in radio.
Oh, well, that's where that voice comes from. I mean, it's a...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so you know how it goes then. You know that radio folks, you give us $5 and we'll do something.
We'll do something. Yeah.
Yeah. You got a used cheese Danish. We'll do something for that. It doesn't matter. We are entirely mercenary when it comes to things like that.
Exactly, and it's like, just like it was real fun working in radio. I just hate that it's becoming like somewhat of a dying media.
Oh yeah,
because it's like you learn so much from it, and it's like why aren't we funding this more? This is fun.
Yeah, and the local part is what gets me, because my time was always in the most I got up was medium market, and this is the absolute truth. I mean, I was 2 years in a row state sportscaster of the year for my market.
Wow.
Job. Yeah, and I was making $10 an hour, and that's why I'm not in radio anymore.
Yeah, but it seems like like so I started out when I was in I worked for a media corporation. Won't say the name, but because I don't want to dox myself. But no, I worked for them. I got paid like, oh God, I was in Florida, so I think like I got like minimum wage, like around $9 an hour.
Yeah,
and like I started out in the promotional team, so I would go out and like, promote like the channel and everything. I would meet with listeners, all that stuff. And then they worked me up to disc jockey.
Yeah.
And when I was also doing disc jockeying, I was also helping out with on-air stuff for like the top hits station that we owned.
Yeah.
And it was like,
you had the whole experience.
I really had the whole experience, but it's like I got to a point where it was just like, I was being relied on like 24/7 to like, come in around like 4 a.m. in the morning, set up for the show.
Yep.
Then I was also meant to stay there till about like 11 to sometimes do like, receptionist work. And, I got to a point where I was like, hey, I'm doing all this stuff for the company. Can I just get like a little more, especially since like I'm now living on my own?
Yes. And the answer was...
put me on less hours.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's radio to a T.
I mean, the good news is that I did manage to get like, a lot of experience with like so they would recognize that my voice was really good, and they helped me like one of the guys there who did a lot of like the commercials for in between like the little segments and everything.
Right.
They let me start using my voice for commercial work. And
that's a whole nother animal, isn't it?
no, I know it was actually really fun though, because it's like I feel commercial voice acting is a little easier than, doing regular like voice acting and stuff, because like with regular voice acting, I doubt constantly like reading a script, like, you can read the emotion and everything, but then you just sit there like, oh, this could be better. This could be so much better. Whereas like when I was doing stuff with commercial work, like I was so responsive and like so easy to work with. I was in and out within like, at most I would record like 10 commercials and I was in and out in like 30 minutes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You just get a pile of scripts and
yeah, and they just tell you like, can you read it like, you're a mom, you're dealing with like a lot right now and you need help. This is your help call.
Yes.
It's like, oh, okay.
And then there were times when we had to find music beds for it because
yeah,
you just find some music for it. Well, if you do that, you're going to end up with the same music bed on two different commercials, and that's not good.
No, I know. I remember having this conversation too, because it's like, I remember we had like a commercial for like some beach segment that we were doing where it's like we were trying to get people to come out to like this beach event where we were hosting a party. We were trying to support the local businesses on the beach and everything.
Yeah.
And we were just like, we were stuck for 20 minutes trying to figure out like, okay, do you like this song, this like instrumental more, or do you like this instrumental more? And then it's just like, we literally went around the entire media office like, look, just help us here because we're having a tough time deciding. And it was this constantly. And it's like, because they always change. It's always like a change on the dime thing. It's like, if we don't check with like the higher ups with this stuff, then it's like, that we could get off the wrong idea. It's like, oh, well, this song will get people out and going. This will hype them up.
Right.
Whereas this one is like, it's just like, oh, you can come out if you wanna.
Yes, exactly. Because we have a nice place. Come on over to our nice place. And then this was like, come on down now and get your free this, that, and other thing. It does make such a difference. And we had one situation in the last station I worked with, and this is something that is a little more inside baseball. And the guy, radio stations take money from whoever will pay them. Everybody needs to know that. This fella came in and he was obviously a shyster car guy. And it's just
okay.
And it was just, and I'm just shaking my head as he walks in. He wants to buy a 60-second commercial, and he wants the music to be the Fat Albert song from the cartoon show. Yes, and he has written his own commercial, which is always bad news, and it has the Fat Albert character in it.
Okay. Oh.
And it's pretty offensive.
No, it sounds offensive just by like you describing it.
Yeah. And I'm just shaking my head looking at this. Of course, I get tasked with trying to put it together. And we can't use the music because it's copyrighted. You couldn't, first of all, you couldn't find the Fat Albert instrumental music if you wanted to. And secondly, if you did, it's going to be copyrighted and you'll get in trouble for it if somebody finds out. So we had to try and manufacture the sounds. It was so bad.
It's like you can't like it's such a specific song. Like I can hear the song in my head
boink,
and everything.
Boink, boink. Yeah, it's like, oh.
Yeah,
boy.
it's like, but it's like you can't do it too similar. Otherwise, then you can get struck with copyright.
Yeah, it was so bad. And the guy was like closed within 2 weeks anyway because of, selling.
Oh, you can only what? No, that's not enough time.
Yeah. He was bad from the start. He's
God, like I'm so sorry.
A 20-year-old trying to run a car. It was just bad from beginning to end. Luckily, I didn't have to voice it, but he brought in his friends to record it, and it was just, boy. it was you know what I'm talking about now because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, these people don't know how to do this. Why am I doing it?
Yeah, it's because it's like, they think like, oh, well, if you're able to do it, then I can too. I have an understanding. It's like, no, no, you don't. No, you do not.
Oh, and we had one guy from a smaller town who would record, who didn't want any music in the background, but
Oh,
recorded his lines into one of those ancient handheld recording devices. That
oh,
Yeah, and then he would somehow attach it and send it over the internet. And the format he used, I it had like 5 letters in it that I've never seen in that formation before, and we had to we had to basically play it. Um, we had one place we could play it, but we couldn't convert it, so we had to play it and then record it off of that. But it was so bad. It is it's nightmare inducing, as people out there can tell.
plus, like when you're sending it over, like those files, like they can compress while
Mm.
you're sending them. So it's
Oh
like,
yeah. I mean, it's not as bad as the old actual tape
oh
days.
yeah, yeah.
That was
Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare.
Yeah, and nowadays you can attach it to a file and have it play in 30 seconds. But back then,
Right.
the you had to mail it with tape and hope it didn't hit a magnet on the way.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was pretty sad. But were you when you were younger? Did you take any voice training, or is this all natural?
So the funniest thing is that my first like vocal training lesson actually came when I was about, oh god, how old was I? Like 19, 20, and I did one of like Richard Horvitz's classes online.
Interesting. Yeah, how did that go?
It was actually really fun. I really came out of my shell, and I actually still connect with like a lot of the people that I had the class with.
Neat. You're the first person that I've talked to who's gone through something like that. Was it one of those classes where you were all online at the same time, or was it take home stuff? Or,
yeah. So it was a Zoom class. I think it was. Oh wait, now that I'm thinking about it, it was around like COVID. Like I want to say like within that time frame of COVID. So I was like, well, I have this stimulus check. So why don't I just go ahead and do it? have fun with it.
Yeah.
Oh god, how old was I then? Like, so about like 6 years ago. Yeah, excuse me. I was around like 22, 23.
Yeah.
And we got online. It was a Zoom call. It took up, so it was like mainly the afternoon on a weekend. So it was like one part of the class was on Saturday, one part of the class was on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I just like, I've met Richard before. He is such an amazing and wonderful being. Like he's so responsive, and he's such an interesting person to learn from, especially with how long he's been, doing voice work for. Because it's like, I remember, obviously outside of like, Nickelodeon shows and everything that he's lent his voice to.
Right.
I didn't realize until I was like, I met him at a con when I was like 16 or 17. I didn't realize until then. I was like, oh my god, wait, you're Alpha in Mighty Morphin. So it's like, to learn from someone that has been in my life, well, like, watching him in my life, like, grow so much and be in so many different things. It's incredible to learn from someone like that.
and to find out kind of on the back end.
No, I know. And it's so like, I remember there was this one thing that we did in the class, and it's still my favorite thing that we did. But we he was like, I want you guys to grab a stuffed animal or grab, something with a face. And I want you to give a voice to this inanimate object.
Oh.
And we just all were laughing and having so much fun with it.
Yeah.
I remember, I think I got some of the most laughs out of it because I I was a little unoriginal. I pulled up like a plushie of Morgana from Persona 5 and I did my Morgana voice. And even still, like a lot of people who recognized it, they were laughing and having fun with it.
Right.
And I got a few laughs out of Richard from it, which was really like, that's inspiring to me. Like, oh my God, I made a laugh.
There's a little glow on the microphone. Oh, yay.
Like,
It's so, I mean, was that something that you learned early on, that you had a naturally projecting voice that could that could generate that kind of response?
I actually didn't feel as if I did. But that's just, my own voice, like telling me, it's like, oh, you're not good enough for this. You're not good or made for this stuff. But it's like, I started realizing like I'm good at this kind of thing, like just like talking in general about like, passions, talking about stuff that inspires me, projecting where I need to project.
Right.
Because actually because of the radio show and everything, because it's like I would learn how to like talk. I would learn how to like, talk about different things with like keep people engaged, and it actually did help a bit with streaming.
Oh, yeah.
Because now it's like, because it's like it's essentially you're doing like a podcast just with like a video game in front of you.
Exactly. And you've got to know how to keep everybody involved. If you and I say this quite a bit, but if you're doing like an interview show or a podcast with somebody, you've got to be interested in what's going on.
Exactly. Otherwise, then it's like, well, why are you here in the first place if you're not going to engage with it? You know?
Right. And that's going to automatically bring people from who's listening into the conversation, because they know, and plus it's going to keep the guest involved for one thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, if you're on an interview and they're like, so tell me your name.
Yeah, it's like, it's like, what's it called? That's why that was like another thing that I also got to like, look into. We did interviews with like people on the show as well. Like, we were partnered with like a comedy club within the area, and like every single month we would bring in like whoever is the big headliner for the month at the comedy show.
That had to be
and
fun.
I remember, oh my God, what's his name? I'm trying to remember what his name was, but the guy from one of the main guys from Scream, Jamie. Oh my God, what is his name? Jamie Kennedy. Jamie Kennedy came in.
Jamie Kennedy, okay, yeah.
And I didn't realize that he did comedy outside of like acting and everything. So that was like a thing that like blew me away. So he comes in and he's so engaged with everything. I had such a fun time talking to him. He's a real sweetheart too.
Yeah. It's fun when you can kind of break the wall down a little bit, and because when I've interviewed a bunch of people, and the folks who are super well known, if you come at them like a fanboy or fangirl or whatever, they immediately throw that wall up, and they have the questions already answered in their head. You're not going to get any real good response. But if you come at them like a human being, it makes a big difference.
I think like I had like of course I'm going to be starstruck by it, because it's like I love these people, so like as a fan and everything. So it's like, of course I love Scream. I actually have a Ghostface tattoo on my arm. And seeing Jamie Kennedy and everything, like that blew me away a little bit. And I was like, immediately the first thing out of my mouth was like, I'm so sorry for if I sound like I'm coming off as a huge fan, but I am. I love your work. And just get it out there. I've noticed that if you just get it out there like immediately and then just switch back to normal conversation, it feels so refreshing. It's refreshing, because then it's like, you just say that, you go with the flow, and that's about it. I remember like another thing, another person that I've done that with in the voice acting industry. It was Max Middleman. I love Max Middleman to death. He's another huge inspiration.
Yeah.
And it's gotten to a point where it's like I've gone and seen him at conventions like so much that we've kind of talked a little bit, and it's like he started to recognize me and everything. So that was really funny.
That's really cool. And well, that's disarming them. Yeah, that's another thing to do. I mean, if you've worked in it for a while, you start to learn how to. Disarming is the best way to describe it, I think. You take down their defenses right away by just just admitting what's going on. Okay, let's do this, and then they're like, oh, okay, and they immediately start relaxing. And once that happens, then the magic happens. I think it doesn't become a performance. Yeah, it becomes what's really about, and you just find the most amazing things out about people that way. You're doing it, like interviewing VTubers, for example. It's people are come on, and they're obviously, if they're not used to this sort of thing, they're going to be a little nervous. What in the world are you going to talk to them about for most of an hour? And then by the end, you get them so relaxed. You're like, boy, this didn't take very long at all.
Yeah.
It's like we've gone like 50 minutes already, and I haven't even talked much about your. So I got to ask you right now, before we get too crunched on time. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
No, I love this. This is what I'm doing this for. What are you streaming these days? And have you got any big events coming up?
So, I'm actually streaming Cyberpunk again. I joke and say this constantly with my stream, like my group and everything. I say like, okay, guys, for real, we are going to finish Cyberpunk on stream. I have replayed this game so many times that I still have not finished it, even though like I know what happens in the end of it. I have not played it on my own because I'll get to a point where it's like I hyperfixate on the game and then something throws me out of it that just like, keeps me away from it. And then I go like, all right, fuck it. I don't remember where I am. Let me restart the game, guys. So we're playing through that on stream. I usually like to play a lot of Marvel Rivals. I'm trying to get myself into competitive because I'm trying to go back to that. Like I used to be a big Overwatch competitive player back when Overwatch first came out. Like I was a Widowmaker main. Like
Yike.
I realized that like I'm a better support. Like for instance, I got really into Rivals as soon as like Gambit came out because Gambit's my favorite. So trying to become like a really good Gambit player.
Do you use the French accent while you're doing it?
Oh, the Cajun accent? Yeah, no, I don't. I can't. I feel like I would just I'd mess that up entirely. I do a joking one sometimes, like when I'm playing with my fiance.
Yeah.
But that's about it. Because we'll do like some quotes for some memes that we find, and then we'll laugh about it, and then just keep playing.
If the fiance is there, you can duck behind.
No, I know. It's because like I can do it sometimes on stream. Like I'll laugh about some stupid stuff like that I'll quote as in like a really bad like Gambit impression, but like that's about it. I'm getting ready to possibly do another marathon type thing. Like I mentioned, my stream community wants me to play through Yakuza. Yeah. So I got to find all the Yakuza games and make sure that that's all set up so I can play them. Mm-hmm. I really that's like all that's come up for me because like I kind of try to make like a nice variety of things because like if you just stick on one thing, like yeah, you find your niche, but it's like my ADHD doesn't allow me to do that. Like I need to jump around a lot, otherwise I'm kind of like I'm putting myself in a bubble, Yeah,
but you kind of found that out when you're doing the radio stuff because by doing more things, you become more valuable to the station.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you've learned that in life. You can do more things than people will ask you to do. It really does make. And some people can go with the one trick pony and do just.
I applaud anyone who can do that. Like one of my friends does mainly horror games.
Yep.
And everything, and it's like I love horror as much as the next person, but it's like I need I need to simulate something else, you know? Like, you can only do so much before, like, you know, you're so desensitized to it that it's like, okay, I need like something else to kind of go off of.
Then you pop in the Dalmatians game and it's all good.
And then it's like, oh yeah, it's like you need the nostalgia bait like a little bit, you know?
I got to tell you, it's just been a riot talking with you, and
no, it's been real fun talking with you too.
And we're gonna have to do it again sometime because there's too much.
Oh,
there's too much.
Yeah,
too much stuff, too much talent coming out of you to just kind of confine it in one place. Folks, if you listen to this interview, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We're gonna have the links in the description for this video. But if you're not checking out what Succubae's got going on, you're the one missing out.
Thank you.
We'll have those in the description of the video. Thanks so much for coming on. Just an absolute pleasure talking with you, and we got to do it again.
Yeah, of course. And I'd love to be back. I would love to talk because I had a lot of fun. It's nice speaking with someone who knows what I've gone through, what I've dip my toes into, and this is the first time I had an interview with someone who actually knows like what goes into radio work. So it's like, oh my god, I'm not crazy. Someone else understands it.
No, we're just both crazy.
No, exactly. Because the radio work, exactly.
You don't get very far unless you've got some crazy in you. Thanks again. Thanks so much for coming on.
No, thank you for having me.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.